What about this weekend? This month? What are you doing? With who? Are you free? Free to drive off the edge of the map just to wake up in the middle of nowhere? Free to serve Southern cooking under the northern lights? Have you made s'mores with the ones who matter most? Do you know how to tell a story? Isn't it about time you stopped wondering and started wandering? After all, isn't time what it's really all about? The kind of time that's measured in moments, not minutes. When everyone's a neighbor, and the only stranger is stress. When your home is a long, long, long way from your house. When family time is your pastime. Isn't it time to do more of what matters? That's what we believe, and that's the difference.
We're here to take care of a few business with them. Let's see how attentive they are to our needs. It took us about 20 minutes to get here from our campsite. We have a factory visit at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Hopefully we can get things done here without too much stress. It's a beautiful location. We parked in the back. Hopefully there will be no problem with the parking. Building, it is huge. And they're growing. These are the lovely ladies who help those who wants to come and pick up the source. Otherwise, they'll just ship them all around the United States. 2 years ago, our unit had left this factory and we brought it back for a reunion.
More attention to detail, more experienced craftsmen, more rigorous inspections, more focus on the customer, more dealer loyalty, more listening, more support, more innovation, more passion, more fun, more freedom, more time, more together. At Grand Design RV, we do more of what matters, so you can too.
Well, you remember we had a tire blowout, and then we had this fender broke off. We wanted to drive up to a Grand Design factory anyhow, but with this, we had to do it. And when we came here, they were very kind and polite. They were able to, they have prepared the parts, but they weren't going to replace it. And I had a conversation with them, told them how service-oriented their company is. Customer service manager surprised us. He just took the piece and disappeared for 5 minutes. When he got back, he said, well, I brought the tools, but you have to put it. I said, okay, and this is I did it. I'm like, yay, thank you. So we've got some spare breakers. We've got the fender done. We purchased 4 new leaf springs. That's going to be put on, hopefully somewhere soon. And we've got some goodies. We're at Royal RV. This is where they're going to do the service. On Grand Design, unfortunately, the bookings are all the way into September, October. They recommended this particular one. Look what you found. ATM is finding parts for us. They're gonna check and see and let us know if they're able to do the job. Good morning, Tales of Tera. Another day, another big adventure. Today's adventure is Grand Design. Well, as you all know, yesterday we were here and we got our parts and we were so happy. We were sent away thinking that we can get some dealers to get the job done for us. But since yesterday, I've been searching and searching and searching, and I cannot find a place to get us in. There was one fellow, he said, I would take you in, but you have to change all the shackles, the U-bolts and all that. So, and we couldn't find a U-bolt. Well, it was my last chance to call Chris at Grand Design. She's a service manager, and she was so kind and so polite and getting us an emergency service repair. She got us into the bay, and they just took off trailer, and she said she could get the springs changed. And I asked her for a big favor, and I said, I've just done 9,000 miles on my bearings, and I don't know if they've been ever changed and ever packed. Would you please take a look at that? And she said, really? She said, let me ask. And we also added that on our ticket. We're hoping that once all is done and our undercarriage will be quite up to date and maintained.
Bir de Grand Design'ın fabrika turu var, ona gideceğiz.
We doing sir? We bought ours actually used, believe it or not, 2022. You guys are in the RV capital of the world.
Exactly.
But that, because 85% of all RVs are made here.
Why
this?
Because in 1908, this guy decided to turn his truck into a camper on Cassopolis Street in Elkhart. And he did it, took it out, spent the night in it, people saw it. They're like, hey, can you build us one? And he started building stuff on Cassopolis, just out of his garage. But let's go over basically the layout of the whole of Grand Design. What makes this company very special is we're very flat, really a personal guy. So when we need to make changes, it's not like we have to go through 10, levels to get to the present to okay it. It's like
Beautiful.
then you go to the 150 series reflection, which is it's a fifth wheel, but we basically took some things out of it to make it a lighter fifth wheel, so you can actually tow with just a half-ton truck. Then you go to regular reflections. Then from there you go to the Solitude Momentums. In the Solitude you go S-Class, Solitude, and then the Momentums you got G-Class, M, and then Big Modes. Be careful what you focus on. Basically dropped outside, but before we ever use it, this large building here is temperature controlled year-round. In the middle section, that we'll get into here eventually, is temperature and humidity controlled year-round. To increase, so that jig, stencil, whatever you want to call it, it basically helps the welders up that wall.
There's no guesswork.
The stencil, whatever you like to call it. But that's what basically the welders are working on, okay? So the first thing they do, they actually put every piece in place. Put it all in place, okay? The way you actually get those factors. So when the block foam comes in, they just basically cut it for working pieces, fiberglass. So that means the glue is so hard, crystallized so good, that basically made all the lamination process a one, okay? So basically the weakest point is the Luan or the fiberglass. So we keep track of every single wall and the puller bar on it to make sure it's a stable wall. Yep, most definitely, because they have to pay for a break, yep.
Just a little bit of a history lesson on Grand Design as a company. First started in 2012. I know he talked a little bit about the ownership and what that looked like. Started by 3 individuals with the business, great guy, and he just has the best interest for the company, always in his mind. Like I said, started in 2012. End of the first year, we had about 500 employees. Now we're sitting at about 2,500. I don't know if he highlighted, about 65–75% of our workforce is Amish. Yeah, as a company, we try our best to remain customer-centric while remaining dealer-focused.
And show them where the restrooms are at.
Yeah.
These are the slide outs. This is where we sit in. Happens at the top, the second floor, and then they bring it down here to the assembly line.
Underbelly is insulated, and this allows heat to move throughout the whole underbelly. That is done through a 2-inch ducting that goes throughout the full underbelly, and what that does, that's going to stop any water lines or water tanks from getting frozen. You got your 2 gray tanks and the 2 black tanks in this one as well?
It all depends. Good job. Yeah, so basically if there's 2 toilets, there'll be 2 black tanks.
Yep. These are the black and gray tanks, and they have support below that. This is the 5th wheel. is in the building. Wow.
I know Nate talked a little bit about outsourcing a lot of the stuff we use. Any of the cabinets, any of that stuff is all built in-house. Station, and they're all connected on this little line right here. And any of us actually could push this RV down that line. It's actually so light. 4 to 5 people on each station. They do that same job all day, every single day. They're specialists at it. They're very good at their job. It takes about 10 to 13 minutes per station.
It's a bathroom in the making.
On that at each station. We call this Darko plastic. This eliminates any moisture, any chance of moisture actually moving through the unit. Blocks all moisture, blocks a lot of cold air. On top of that, we have our Kingolium floor. This is a floating Kingolium. The reason being floating, we staple the outside, screw in the outside of the floating Kingolium.
They covered it all up with walls, laminated walls, which we have seen how they do it. Ooh. Okay, I can store you here, baby.
Pretty amazing. They're extremely talented, skilled guys.
Isaac Benjamin.
Isaac Benjamin, what's up?
Oh,
Hey.
welcome to being a student.
Right, yeah. Man.
These guys are the magicians. They make this whole thing happen.
Hard, 550 pounds to take them apart. The RV needs a flex point. So that being said, the roof is a great flex point for the RV. This little, you guys see this aluminum sort of circulates throughout your unit, not making one spot like hotter or colder, or even the time it takes. You can actually staple just a ton of staples into the roof, and that's sort of what maintains and holds the roof together.
So when it starts leaking, should we bring it to the factory?
Bring it to the factory.
No, bring it to Butler University.
Oh, man. Yeah, hey. Yeah, we'll take you downtown, man. I'll show you.
You say, I don't know you.
Oh, come on, man.
See from inside. And it's lifetime warranty.
The really cool thing he pointed out, we barely point this out, but little things Grand Design does that as a customer you'll never see the details they put into the build, that it makes us, this company very special.
This is before the membrane is put on.
The people who work in the factory designed the factory.
Great for Grand Design.
10 years?
10 years.
4%?
4%. 4%. Unheard of.
Not bad.
It's better to use alpha. You can use Dicor. I know of a lot of people that have used Dicor and it's done the same job.
So this is the Mylar tape I was talking about. Like I said, it's supposed to outlive your unit, 25 years life expectancy. Buto paste, which is used on most other RV companies, 6 months shelf life. Would you rather have this or Buto, buddy? Pretty clear, right? So
let's go, Isaac.
All right, guys. These are all the AC units lined up to be put on. Plus one. Each one gets 3. Here you see the huge slide space. At the next station you get the slides in. Bu da slide'ı taşıyan parça. İçeri. Değil mi bir tane ne taşıyor onları diye?
Nasıl tutuyordu stajı çünkü.
Great question. I would have to look all the way. I don't want to go underneath. There's a good
Nasıl
chance
olabiliyor
it
diye
might be.
merak ediyorum ama bayağı.
Baba kendiliğinden üniteyi teraziye alıyorlar. So much.
But with Swintech, you got dual sync motors. If you ever run into issue, you actually have to pull the motor out to actually pull the slider back in. Okay, and the motor is right here. Okay, you can see right through this trim piece here, right there, or right there. You can see.
and if any air bubbles appear on the outside in the soap, that means that they have to completely rebuild. Cool, well, I'll go ahead and plug this thing in and you guys can go ahead and walk around.
Bunk bed at the top. Right? That's excellent for kids. This is as big as somebody's home. Look at how deep that is. You own one, you don't need a house. This is the second bedroom. This is 2 plus 1.
That's great.
Hello neighbors.
I mean, interfere.
Look at that.
By himself.
How many you can?
There we go. All right, Shakespeare. We do these extensive tours so you guys see we have nothing to hide. And also, believe it or not, there's some comments that we've heard that we're gonna take back to the bank. Like, you're like, it's actually a good idea. That we also get good feedback from you guys saying, hey, that shiplap in there looks really good. This looks bad. Like I just said in there, I took the screen out and these customers agreed that was a good move by Grand Design. Correct? That really helps us out. Your comments, we take them to heart, and we actually go back and in meetings, we always bring this stuff up what we hear. First tour, everybody.
Isaac. Yay, Isaac.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, hi. How are you? Are you a Grand Design cat? This is the end of our RV tour, the Grand Design. I'm quite impressed. I wasn't expecting something this thorough. Both of the gentlemen have done a wonderful job letting us know how our RVs are built. Now we have a great confidence in driving our Grand Design throughout the country. For those who own one, they should come. For those who are thinking of buying one, you must visit Grand Design RV. I believe that they are several years ahead of the industry and their quality control procedures next to none. I'm so happy to be here and I'm glad that we have seen Grand Design.
Chris, size bu arada sizin boş vaktiniz varsa ben size bir yerleri tavsiye edeyim dedim. Bit pazarı gibi bir yer varmış, oraya gideceğiz. Orada hem
Amişlerle tanışacağız.
Amişlerle tanışacağız.